everybody. We're going to be making baklava today after so many people have requested to see a video. A couple things you're going to need is some filo dough. I happen to buy whatever was at the store this time, which is signature filo dough, pastry sheets. You're going to need melted butter, a cup of sugar, cinnamon, ground cloves, and today I'm adding some zest of orange and a cup of sugar. Your mixed nuts, I have pecans, hazelnuts, pistachios, walnuts, and almonds. These are the ones I like. And then we're gonna do a little surprise. On the four corners of the baklava, I am gonna put some chocolate chips on the second layer, after the first layer, the second layer with some orange zest. So I wanna try and see how it comes out. You could also, when it's finished, said and done, you could drizzle a little chocolate on top. You could do like waves across the whole pan. It'll look pretty, nice presentation. Your filo dough, you wanna keep it under a moist towel, okay? So it stays moist. And I will be taking this out here because I will be starting. Before we get started, I wanna go ahead and show you the simple syrup really quick. In the simple syrup, I have a half a cup of sugar, some water, some cloves, and I put a piece of cinnamon stick in here, and I also put a teaspoon of orange extract because I like the citrus. So we'll get this going here, okay? It's gonna take a while for the sugar to dissolve, and then we're gonna add about a cup of honey. Today I'm using a wildflower honey. In my recipe, I used an orange infused honey, which was really divine, but I don't have any more. The cloves add a nice flavor to it. So I have, like I said, I'm gonna let this dissolve a little bit. You wanna have this going before you do your, start your baklava. And then you can leave it on a small, very small, light simmer until it's ready. Because the baklava is going to go into the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes so it's nice and brown. So you don't want to keep this on all the time, but you do want to prepare this ahead of the time. So you can see here, I basically got the sugar is basically melted. It's translucent in the pot. You want to pull those items out, the cloves and the cinnamon stick, when you go to pour this on, by the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my honey in now because I'm doing a lot of baking and I don't want to forget to get this done. So in goes the honey. Trying to get it all out of the jar here. But this is the gist of it. I had these extra jars and it just takes up space. So I said, you know what? Let me use this honey as well. So I'm using the wildflower honey and these are the two plain honeys. So I get rid of these little bottles. They're cute, but they take up space in the cabinet. So you can see it's a nice golden brown color. And this is not quite enough honey, so I am gonna pour now that sunflower one in. Okay, that should be enough. Give it a quick stir, and then I'm gonna leave it to simmer because I don't want this to burn or boil yet because I have ways to go. All right, let's head back to the table and get started. So I'm using a nice square pan here. It's a little smaller than my last one. In goes everything here, okay? We're gonna give this a nice stir. You wanna make sure everything's incorporated. And I have to tell you, when you put all these different spices and flavors in here, the ground cloves, the sugar, the cinnamon, and you smell these nuts, it's like divine. It really is. So the Greeks nailed it when they made baklava. I have to give them their props. I'm not Greek, but I do enjoy Mediterranean dishes, and this is one of them. If you have a food processor, the best thing to do is to put your nuts in a food processor and grind them pretty low. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the first couple of sheets with you. And because this pan is actually smaller, I could probably double this. You wanna do 5 layers of the filo dough. And I guess, take one up. Because it's thick, I'm just gonna plop it in like so. The pan is already buttered. And because this is the perfect size, I'm going to double the filo dough and just fold it over. So it does take some time to butter each filo dough as you put it in. And I am doing this on the sides because I'm using okay. I'm just gonna plop this over. It should almost do. You want to try and span that out really good. This first top sheet, I guess I had it sitting a little moist. I let it defrost in the refrigerator overnight. So what I'll do now is I'll flip this so when I go put in my other one, see, it's nice and thin. It's one sheet. Okay, and again with the butter. So because I'm doubling this, I already have like, this is my second one, so like 4 sheets. So it sort of works out good. And you want to use a brush because it's a little messy. See, that fell over perfect. And again, you want to butter each time, each layer. It's really simple. It's when you're doing this by yourself, I like to sometimes bake at night. I just find it peaceful. No one's bothering me. Make some videos, share things with you. I also want to tell you, Andiamo alla Cucina is a new page. I do need everyone's support, liking, sharing with your friends. Please take the time to hit like, follow, and share. Just go down your friend's page and hit the button and invite people to the page. I started this out in the hopes that the page will continue to grow. If not, then I will probably end making these videos because it is time consuming and I spend a lot of energy, although I like it. I also, my goal was to have people follow so that the word gets out and sharing, sharing what you know. So please, if you haven't done so far, please go ahead, hit follow, share, make it a point to invite people to the page. Okay, so after this last one here, I am gonna go ahead and start putting the bases for the nuts. And it's okay if your filo dough has a little tear in it, don't fret. I like to go through the sides like this first. Some people like to cut around. I don't think I don't have to waste. It's very thin, so, and like I said, you want to butter each and every layer. Okay, so now it's time for our nuts and sugar here. Again, make sure it's nice and incorporated. You want to get enough of everything. And you could use any nuts of your liking, any choice. Like I said, I used a variety of different nuts. I just like to use different things. And sometimes, you know, go through your cupboard. You might have stuff that's going bad, or you're gonna be gonna expire or something. Don't throw stuff away, guys. Take the time, look up a recipe, look on my page, say, hey, what can I make today that will allow me to use these ingredients? There's people out there, especially with the pandemic and everything, that have lost so much. And those of us that are a little bit, are blessed with things, take things for granted. So I'm having a little hard time here with my filo dough. There we go. I'm supposed to keep it with that moist towel, but since I'm working quickly here, I'm trying to incorporate this quickly. So again, we're gonna do the same thing, put layers of filo dough and butter. Since you got the gist of this, I'm gonna go ahead and continue. I'm just gonna put another few sheets here. That same thing, about 5. I'm doubling mine because it fits perfectly that way into the pan. And again, please make sure you put the butter. The butter is what makes the filo dough nice and crispy and browns it. This video I'm going to dedicate to my cousin Tiziana, because last time I brought baklava to New York, she didn't get a piece. So hopefully, Tiziana, you'll make a baklava here, since I'm showing you how to make it, and then maybe you could tell me how it came out. Guys, make sure you leave comments. If you tried a recipe, let me know how it came out. If you have questions, I usually answer pretty quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and grab another piece here. So let me finish this up. I'm gonna pop it in the oven for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, depends on your oven, at 350. And then we'll be pouring the simple syrup or honey over it when it's done. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this square instead of on the diagonal, because this pan's a little bit smaller. I don't think there's anyone that doesn't like baklava, to be honest with you. I know I had this on different pages in different food groups, food and dessert groups, and I got so many likes. However, no one's familiar with my page, and so I posted it on a different page. Real simple, like I said, just a little patience with the filo dough. Don't be afraid of it. It does dry out quickly. I'm trying to work fast so that I don't have to put that cover back on. I will be making a baklava cheesecake, probably sometime today. And I will make another video on that. That's really, really good. And let's see what's coming up next. I could tell you that Italian biscotti are coming. They happen to be the favorite of my family members, especially in Rhode Island, my zio Serafino, Raquel, And who could forget Cheech? Frankie loves the baking that I do. So I do appreciate that he appreciates my baking. And from time to time, I surprise them with a little bit of a package of some goodies. Or if I visit, I bring. Okay, we're gonna do the second layer. Make sure you get it nice and buttered. Okay. I think I have enough here to do a third layer, so I will do that. I will cut it, like I said, and I will pop it in the oven, and then I'll be back. Hi everyone, so the baklava is out of the oven, as you can see here, nice and golden brown. I already strained the lemon peel and the cloves and the cinnamon stick out of the honey, and we're gonna go ahead and pour this on. This is just out of the oven, so you're gonna hear it sizzle probably. And this is plenty of honey, so I am gonna reserve a little bit because I have another video I'm making. And that is it. You wanna wait a couple hours for this to get nice and cool. So keep watching, keep sharing, keep following. Biscotti are coming up, Italian traditional biscotti, my style, andiamo alla cucina style, and then we'll have a baklava cheesecake, ricotta style. So it's a little bit of a mixture of Italian, a little bit of Mediterranean Greek. Interesting recipes. Remember, invite your friends to the page, leave a comment. I enjoy reading them. Until next time, ciao.